Anthony Joshua has officially joined the mix in the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis showdown, visiting Davis's training camp to offer guidance, motivation, and support as he prepares for the fight. Joshua and Gervonta Davis didn't just train side by side, they actually shared light sparring rounds. Joshua's size and strength naturally gave him the edge, forcing Davis to rely heavily on his sharp footwork, tight defense, and quick reflexes. Though Davis's punches couldn't hurt the much bigger heavyweight, his slick movement, timing, and impressive counterpunching skills showed why he's one of boxing's most technically gifted fighters today. For most of the session, Gervonta Davis stayed on the back foot while Joshua controlled the action. From Calvin Ford's ringside instructions, it was clear this approach mirrored their actual fight strategy. Although no footage of the sparring was released, Anthony Joshua later revealed that he had already been preparing to face Jake Paul before their bout was canceled. Because of that experience, Joshua said he knew exactly what Jake brings into the ring: his power, timing, and unpredictable rhythm.
We know he's going to be definitely frustrated. He's slower. His arm is not that much. Just got to wait and see until we test the waters. But I'm for sure that he's decent. He going to hold up for a couple rounds. But once it get hot in there,
The training footage didn't just capture a boxer working out. It showed a man burning with passion, intensity, and hunger far beyond what we saw in his first fight against Lamont Roach. This isn't just another match or title defense. Davis declared at the start of the video, "This is my return." Tank's training routine has completely transformed. His days now start with an early morning jog, and then with another in the evening. Between those runs, he spends hours following a strict, carefully designed meal plan, each portion measured to deliver the perfect balance of nutrients his body needs for peak performance.
A very, very big moment. What is your normal day-to-day like at this time of a camp?
I'm also a night person, but I might go to sleep probably around like 3 to 4. Probably wake up probably like 11, get my run in, and then eat, probably lay back down, and then wake up probably like 6 or 7, get my night workout in.
Yeah.
For the first time in a long while, Tank has become deliberate about building muscle to boost his strength and punching power. The WBA lightweight champion admitted he was caught off guard when his shots had little effect on Lamont Roach. Now he's determined to change that.
I said, I don't want to say names to be a name dropper, but I seen that man stop 54. I should get some stock with Gervonta Davis for how much I pumped that man up. He earned it. But I said,
But you the only one to be real about it. You the
no,
only one.
154 pounders. I don't want to say names, only a name dropper.
We'll do
Over
that.
16. But here's what I tell them. What you guys don't understand. I love Shakur. I know Shakur for a long time.
I know I can beat him. I've handled bigger guys in the gym before. This isn't about him. It's about me. Tank said confidently, I just need to be better in every area. That mindset now drives every aspect of his intense training sessions. Tank can be seen running through a series of punch routines with his pad man, and what immediately stands out is his coordination, lightning-fast speed, and pinpoint accuracy. Every combination looks so sharp and synchronized that it almost feels choreographed. Critics may talk about cherry-picking or ducking opponents, but Gervonta Davis's raw skill and devastating power are undeniable, and his newly released training footage proves it once again. Many boxing fans have long said Tank's power could easily belong in the middleweight division, given his outrageous knockout ratio. While his career has often been defined by that power, his latest training shows he's equally focused on refining his technique. One common criticism is that Tank tends to give away early rounds as he studies his opponents. The goal behind this new approach is to boost Tank's endurance and overall athleticism. Gervonta Davis has dedicated extra time to sharpening his footwork, ensuring smoother, more fluid movement against Jake Paul, who prefers to stay in the pocket and pick his shots. Davis also spends long sessions shadowboxing, working the mitts, and hammering the heavy bag with precision and intent. Although Gervonta Tank Davis once hinted that he was ready to retire from the brutal sport of boxing, his recent training tells a different story. In the latest footage, he looks sharper, stronger, and more motivated than ever, displaying the hunger of a man with something to prove, despite the sting of his recent draw and the hit to his reputation. Tank appears mentally locked in and physically solid. The narrator even admitted, this is the most skillful opponent Tank has ever faced. Odds makers still favor Davis to bounce back and take care of business on November 14th. But many believe Jake Paul poses a real threat. For Tank, this fight means everything. A chance to redeem himself and leave the sport on his own terms.
That's a big He's swinging for the fist.
It now makes sense why Tank trains the way he does. For a heavy-handed fighter, his cautious, data-driven approach in the early rounds might seem unusual, but it's rooted in survival, a mindset shaped by his tough upbringing. His tendency to play it safe early isn't fear, it's strategy born from experience. Even after his talk of retirement and a disappointing recent performance, Tank remains open about his struggles. In a recent interview, when asked about his mental health, he admitted that his past left deep scars and that therapy might be essential for his complete healing and growth. However, that will have to wait until he finishes business with Roach in dominant fashion. Gervonta Davis recently posted a photo on his Instagram story, showing himself training with a much larger sparring partner. The image quickly spread across social media and eventually reached Jake Paul's feed. But Paul appeared unfazed, reposting the picture with a confident caption on his own story.
We know he's going to be
Gervonta sparring the guy with cankles? Buddy, get a real athlete. Jake Paul mocked after seeing the photo. Interestingly, Paul and Anthony Joshua were once scheduled to fight in 2026, but the bout was canceled due to broadcasting conflicts. Joshua's exclusive contract with DAZN made it impossible to finalize a deal with Paul, the face of most valuable promotions. However, in a recent podcast, Paul reignited speculation by hinting at a possible 2026 matchup with a British heavyweight. Joshua, a former unified world champion boasting a 28-4 record, would represent Paul's toughest test yet, considering his previous opponents have mostly been ex-MMA fighters and crossover boxers. However, a fight between the two seems highly unlikely at the moment. Anthony Joshua has been out of the ring since suffering a devastating knockout loss to Daniel Dubois at Wembley in September. His planned return has been delayed due to lingering injuries, with promoter Eddie Hearn confirming that Joshua will need at least 8 weeks to recover from a minor setback in training. Meanwhile, Joshua's prospects for another major fight have faded. Tyson Fury's retirement and Dubois' pursuit of an undisputed title clash with Alexander Usyk have effectively put any potential rematch for the IBF world title on